are Maid Experience, and then on the lower side, Java Fakey and Meg D Raiders. But we're getting into game number 1, and already some damage being put out on the side of the blue team.
And we're seeing classic team comps coming out from here. Maid Experience on the Cross and the Onyx on the other side. Blaze on the regular Olgrim. We've seen him play, and Acno on that Kaya. We have seen him swap it up every now and then here, even at Dreamhack San Diego onto the Koji when things are looking grim. But so far, he's going to be starting it off with this Kaya.
Yeah, definitely expecting this Kaya bow to pay out as he goes for the end sig. Left side, the Nair hits. Blaze makes it, so it's a victory for the red team as Experience the only one to fall.
I can't believe the bottom side of Blaze's recovery didn't make connection with Acno and end up spiking him down. It's going to be a full team wipe for the red team onto the blue, and Blaze is keeping it going. They just got a 4-piece onto Experience, has him in the orange, has him in the red. He almost fell into that, but found a great dare to find priority, get the KO, get the team wipe on the red as well. 1 for Experience and 1 for Maid.
Yo, but look at Experience's health bar. He took so much damage. He was so eager to get that stock off of the red team, and ultimately he's knocking himself closer into the red damage.
Seeing Blaze now coming out with the Lance. We've seen some trouble from Lance players this weekend. They get the KO onto Experience, sending him onto final stocks. It's a little bit of a rough way to start this set because everybody else is so much in a better spot than Experience is now. Even Maid, even though he's the most damaged in the game so far, he's in the orange. He's pretty even with Acno now.
Experience might have to go back to the wall, start to play really defensive, but that's just going to give the red team opportunities to 2v1 onto Maid. And you can kind of see from the way that they're looking, they're not even really thinking about going after Experience. Right side, Acno not able to make it back to the wall.
That was a nice catch from Maid's in Sig. That put Acno over towards the edge, caught him out in the middle of his jumps in the air, so he wasn't able to make it back even though he wasn't forcibly sent to the blast zone into hit stun. He just kind of fell down in that bottom blast zone. You're hearing that axe swing. Only one axe player in this game so far, so you know Blaze swinging and banging.
He's trying to get all that damage put out onto anyone from North America. Maid gets a nice rising down air onto Blaze, puts him off stage, but Experience gets juggled. That Nair almost does it. Maid trying to make sure he can take down Acno and maybe go for a 1v1. The save from Maid, but it doesn't work out as Acno gets the recovery.
The follow-ups between Acno and Blaze, they look like they've been playing a tournament all day and are 100% warmed up, 100% on the same page. They are a different breed here.
I mean, Acno and Blaze, they both know there's only 2 sets between them and victory, and right now they're playing one of them as Acno gets in and the handoff to Blaze. Like you said, no warm-up time, already hitting the follow-ups.
They got to be feeling good. Already coming out in game 1. It is just game 1. We know game 1 can be a goofy one. But the fact that they played so phenomenally that game, their follow-ups were immaculate. The support that they gave one another was immaculate. If you were physically allowed to hold that D-Sig longer when you gravity cancel it, Acno would have, and there's a good chance Experience would have fallen into it. That would have been massive. See, look at that follow-up. The follow-up between teams. The red team is just so on. The reactions are lightning fast.
And we're getting right on into game number 2. We'll see if Experience changes up the playstyle a little bit because he was the one to fall pretty quick in game number 1.
Maid gonna be hunting for a weapon, finds the gauntlets. Gonna be taking some damage from Acno's bow. I'm hearing those lance sounds on the left side. Even the juggling coming out from Blaze as they target swap. Maid taking the most damage in this game so far. He's gotta be careful.
Acno starting to throw out all sorts of sigs. Blaze with the coverage. Maid gets a nice follow-up there as Acno caught up Blaze on the top of the map.
A little bit of team damage coming out. Great follow-up from Maid. Experience start putting out some damage onto Acno. The side sig, the second hit of it, ends up making contact with Acno from Blaze. They're starting to struggle just a little bit in terms of team damage, but they still have the lead as Experience and Maid are both in the red.
Good chase dodge from Experience, got him away from punished territory. Falling Nair from Acno after that weapon toss. Make sure you land safely as the side air launches Experience. The weapon toss. Maid can't make the trade as Acno covers.
Dodge gone. That's why you saw Acno go in unarmed, and they still find that. We were seeing Lance players struggle, both Blaze and Fozy, with side air follow-ups off of their teammate, whether they were too high, too low, didn't know the exact speed. Not a problem today. That's what happens when it's Championship Sunday, baby. You can't make those small mistakes. Blaze is going to fall there. Acno still living, dealing with both members of the blue team. Only is going to take that down air from Experience, and that neutral light not going to be a KO whatsoever. Acno living.
Incredibly healthy here, relatively high defense for that Kaya, but it's also giving some openings for the blue team, right? They can launch Kaya away and then maybe go for a quick 2v1 onto Blaze. There's that side air. You can see them rotate for Blaze, but Blaze backs out of it.
Blaze high in the air, doesn't get hit by that recovery. He's able to land. I thought that was going to be a take off the top for sure. Acno is still living until just now. That was 1 minute and 50 seconds into the game before he lost his first stock. Blaze just was not taking damage there. They didn't really put too much pressure on him whatsoever. Recovery, almost taking experience off the top. That is the Onyx defense.
Alive, that recovery almost did it. No follow-up there from experience. Gets in, gets a nice side air, but you can see him just chase dodge in an awkward direction as Acno gets the pickup. Again, these weapon toss down into unarmed play from Acno, paying dividends.
Now, Blaze is kind of playing really defensively here. I feel like I haven't seen him do anything for like a minute, but at least for the red team, it's been working okay because Acno is just going beast mode. He's all over the place. He's putting out damage. He is taking some damage. Blaze is going to fall there from experience. See if experience can land. He was sweating for a second. They got to look at the stock of Maid. Hope to get him out of here and put him on his final stock.
By the numbers, the stock count is pretty much even between these two teams, but the Sair from Blaze gives them the lead. Acno avoids the ground pound left side. Experience gets back to the wall, manages not to get side-aired there by Blaze.
Experience trying to come in with this cannon. He wants to find this stock onto Acno. I think a cannon in like towards the edge will do it. They're going to be hunting for this one, but Acno's playing back a little bit now. He's starting to move in, but you see him always moving back. Even after he goes in, big dare, all the way pushing off stage. He's going to be spawning back in. Blaze is just running away. He knows he shouldn't be taking damage here, so he's just going to run until Acno's in and give some support, relieve the pressure.
Don't let them get those 1v2s while the teammate is respawning. Final stocks here. This could go either direction. Whichever team loses a player first is going to put themselves at the deficit in a major way.
Now, this was Acno and Blaze in the lead for a good bit of this game, but this is like the last 2 minutes of a football game, and I'm talking American football. This is where the real game is played. Acno and Blaze just barely in the lead because Acno is taking very little damage so far. Blaze almost knocked out off the top. And he is there with Maid. Experience started it. Maid finished it. Acno in the 1v2, but it's absolutely winnable. He's in the orange, hoping for a repeat of that GC Insync from BCX.
Where's the follow-up? There you see it. Gonna launch Acno over to the right side, not quite KO. One more opportunity as he comes up unarmed, hits the down heavy to launch experience. Both blue team members are in the red. There's still a chance here for Acno to steal this one away.
Acno was able to grab that weapon that was super clutch for him there. Gets the follow-up, not quite. That's gonna be the low string to Kaya. He is done right off the top, picking him up all the way up there. Even if he was on a lower strength legend, that was absolutely a guaranteed KO. Great pickup from Maid.
Really well done at the top of the map. That GC downline, I think he even utilized the iframes of it to make sure that he kind of got inside of that spear recovery. But there you're seeing Acno and Blaze have been hitting some amazing follow-ups.
Yeah, they've been really on for it right away, right out of the gate. They've been so strong with it. And it's not just follow-ups from like, okay, we have the 2v1 man advantage here. We have our teammate perfectly set up. We have the opponent perfectly set up. Like, these are not laboratory requirements, not laboratory criteria. This is in the wild, baby, and they're still hitting these. They're finding them all over the place.
No control on these experiments this time. It's all about going out there and getting that improv. Right now, Blaze untouched. Blue team really backs to the wall already.
Blaze is going to be starting this one off with the Lance. Acno in the edge guard. Blaze moving in. Acno wasn't able to grab his bow, so he's going to be disarmed. Tries to move over and grab that weapon, but he gets knocked away. Now he has the spear in his hand. Acno is extremely damaged. Red team was looking good, but Acno started taking some punishment. Good follow-up. Good follow-up again after that neutral light from Acno onto Blaze's neutral light from the Lance.
That recovery from Maid, keeping him alive there. You saw Acno go for the weapon toss, trying to play an unarmed edge guard. Experience misses the ground pound. Maid can't get the coverage. Both blue team members on the wall, and the ground pound from Acno gives them the lead.
Maid over on the edge. They're hoping to trade one for one if we're looking at the blue team, but Maid, at least he's able to get back to the main platform, so he's going to hold on to this stock, and he's going to come up, interrupt, and get the KO onto Acno, putting him onto his second stock. We're in a basically even game, but Experience does have about 50 more damage on his stock than Acno does.
Yeah, that side air from Experience might get him down to the even stock, or give him the stock lead, excuse me. Oh, good follow-up, Maid trying to save.
Acno and Blaze are so good today. They are playing like a championship-winning team. Blaze barely getting over the edge. He's turning it around. Double that 2,000. But that actually gets the KO with the bounce off the wall. That's how long Blaze was living. But Maid is doing the similar thing here.
Oh, and Blaze is in position to make sure Experience backs away. Ended up going for the 2v1 onto Blaze. So Acno going to hold on to the second stock a little while longer.
Maid over on the edge still is yet to fall until he takes that down air from Acno. He's going to be spawning in pressure on the second stock. Acno over on the edge does not have a weapon. He's going to be hunting for that. Maid's going to be hunting for it too, but Acno grabs it right out from under him.
Red team with complete weapon control there. They tried to go for that edge guard onto Experience. Nice target swapping from Experience to put Acno down to his final stock.
This is where that momentum can really come into play for Maid and Experience. They took that last game away from Acno and Blaze, got the momentum in their favor, got the confidence in their favor, and you see it this game. They are ahead of Acno and Blaze right now, largely due to the fact of Maid. He is not taking that much damage. Anytime he's like matching Blaze, Blaze gets knocked out and Maid is still in it.
They have two very similar team comps in the sense of like, you've got this one really aggressive, the team combo. Experience with the turnaround.
That's huge. Getting the stage spike there to send down into that blast zone instead of bouncing off of the vertical left side wall. Blaze grabs a weapon very quickly. It's double gauntlets for the blue team. That may limit their 2v1 combo option. That's going to send Maid to his final stock. We are so even. It's yellow and yellow to orange and white. Average that out, everybody's in yellow.
He got that blast off his down tick off of hitting his teammate, I'm pretty sure. Ended up sending Maid out of there. Final stocks here, Experience, definitely the target of the red team. He's the most damaged person on the screen. Comes in.
Acno's having to fight this one unarmed until he picks up that bow just now that was on the soft platform. Insig coming out, has Maid in the orange. They're going to be looking to get this stock off of Experience, put Maid in the 1v2. They can grab it quickly. It's going to put them in a fantastic spot as they'll both be in the orange compared to the blue team. The D-Light, he had to go for the spot dodge there because Blaze was coming in with the Axe neutral air to interrupt, so he couldn't go for the D-Light recovery.
That was, the Insig from Acno. Maid, can he get the clutch? Red team with the weapon tosses.
No one's going to go in immediately. They're being cautious. They're being careful. They don't want to throw this one away. Going up 2-1 here. Great follow-up from Acno to clean that one up as well when both of them were very much in the red. Didn't want to overextend because they could have lost that game.
They played that incredibly safe, and that's going to give them that slight lead. Currently up 2-1 over Maid and Experience.
A victory here for Acno and Blaze lets them move on into the grand finals, and that scoreline would be a repeat of what we saw at the World Championship. It could potentially, at least at this moment, gatekeep Maid and Experience out of the direct grand finals route like they gatekept Maid and Experience off of the podium at BCX.
We'll see if Maid and Experience can find the keys to the kingdom as they are currently down behind Acno and Blaze. Can they take this to game number 5 as they start off again on Apocalypse, again on the characters that they've been locking in since day one?
Acno sent high, even off screen, but he didn't take that much damage. He wasn't really in danger of being knocked out. It was going to take something huge to take him off the top, and I don't think Cross really has very many vertical KO options like that when you're that high, especially when he has the gauntlets in his hands.
Yeah, you've got like recovery.
Or like maybe a D-Sig, and let's be real, you probably ain't hitting a D-Sig up there. Maid's the one off screen this time. That weapon toss might have just saved him from getting hit by that recovery.
Experience comes in, trying to give some reprieve to Maid, as Acno's definitely been hunting Maid down. Maid currently unarmed. Blaze catches both blue team members with that axe recovery.
Acno also might need a little bit of reprieve though, because he was the most damaged in the game, but then all of a sudden Experience and Maid are meeting him right there. Acno sent over to the left side. Maid turning his attention onto Blaze.
That's a teammate.
That's tough, and the juggle off of that from Experience might give them the full team wipe. Sidelight side air, almost doing it on Maid. That would have been a bad team damage KO.
But both blue team members really stuck on this wall, and the red team's so good at covering. Ground pound from Acno is going to take Maid down, keep that stock count even.
Acno and Blaze just sitting on the main stage. Maid coming back in. You see him just kind of hovering around. He felt safe to do that because he still had the iframes from respawning back in. He was able to pick up a weapon pretty quickly. He's going to side air his teammate, send him over to the left. A little bit more team damage. It's not the worst thing in the world because the red team wasn't able to follow up off of it. Almost off the top. In the meantime, Experience does fall on the right side to Blaze. It's 5 stocks to 4. Blaze still holding on to this. We're about 1:45 into this game when Blaze finally falls on that first stock.
But Maid and Acno staying basically even in damage taken. This is really close between the two teams.
A lot of team damage coming out here. Actually, a lot of overlap damage as well from blue onto both members of the red. That's going to be a good damage pacing there for blue. If you can pick up both team members of the opposing team, that's fantastic. I mean, you're literally doubling your damage.
Experience. But the recovery miss from Blaze, a rare drop in the team combo.
Blaze was caught there for just a minute in between Blue, but they were kind of in a weird spot with Experience on the main platform, Maid on the soft platform. Couldn't find the combo. Experience sent flying, both members of Blue on the right side. Now split, Maid hoping to land. He's able to get back, but he goes back aerial.
Ooh!
Maid's gonna fall. He's the first one to be put on his final stock.
Trade.
Blaze sent flying as well.
Doesn't hit the dare. Acno with the turnaround, currently up 4 stocks to 2. Maid sitting out on that wall. Gets back, Blaze. Gonna get taken out by Experience. Acno going real far out to the left side, wants to wait out the respawn. That spear toss helps give him some coverage.
Great weapon toss there. That weapon is so long. It gives you essentially a force field above you that moves up and actually pushes your opponent away from you. Not just acting like a wall, but a moving wall.
Gives just enough protection and hit stun. Acno holding down that stock lead for the red team. Also giving some coverage there. Top of the map, went for the end sig. Oh,
Acno.
Experience.
Acno's gonna fall here. They have the chance to do a lot of damage to Blaze. He's very much getting close to the red. He's got to be careful how he plays this without a weapon. Grabs the axe. You saw that side air from Maid, and now they're putting work onto Acno.
Lots of people getting into the red here. Blue team needs to take down Blaze, but even then, it's not a guaranteed 1v2W. Double gauntlets. There's the Nair. Experience. Acno comes in, hits the pogo. Maid. Far away, he's getting launched. Experience is gone. It's all left to Maid in the 1v2.
There's the weapon toss that gets the dodge burn, but again, they're not going to over pressure. They're not going to overcommit. They were so close with that. Maid had a little bit too much damage. It launched him so fast. That's gonna do it. We see a repeat of BCX for Acno and Blaze as they take it 3-1 over Maid and Experience and move on into the grand finals.
Acno and Blaze have the potential to do something so few teams have ever done. Take a W over North America in 2v2s on North American soil. This could be huge.